Our next speaker is Tanisha Kerr, professional speaker and interim president and CEO of the Greater Fayetteville Chamber. Tanisha Kerr is an experienced marketing communicator with a history of excellence in small and mid-sized organizations. Tanisha was recently invited to the exclusive Forbes Business Council and named interim president and CEO of the Greater Fayetteville Chamber of Commerce. She has a wealth of experience working with nonprofit organizations and is skilled in corporate communication, event logistics, public speaking, media relations, and business leadership. With master's degrees in both business administration, marketing, and pastoral ministry from La Sierra University, Tanisha is an expert at dovetailing business priorities and relationship development. A licensed counselor, she is committed to her ministry of helping others navigate stress recovery, growth, and goal alignment. Awesome. Over to you. I'll flip the screen there. Thanks, Tanisha.
Thank you so much. The challenge for me tonight, I was really excited about speaking tonight because I love sharing and encouraging everyone. And then I saw that I had 5 to 7 minutes. And like she said in my biography, I'm a pastor. So I challenged my sister, she's also on this call, and I asked her to time me to see if I can do this in under 7 minutes. So I want to tell you a story. It's cold and it's raining. It's a cold morning and the raindrops were falling on my face. And that was good because maybe that way nobody would see that I'm crying. And so I pulled my hoodie down over my face and I kept my eyes staring at the ground. Okay, so I'm about the 15th person in the line with the homeless people. So there were some drug addicts and homeless people ahead of me, and there were some prostitutes that were there as well. And we're all standing in this line together at the Dream Center, and we're waiting to pick up a bag with 1 week's worth of food. And I'm standing in that line. And in that line, my 2 master's degrees meant nothing. Appearing on the Steve Harvey show 18 months before, and at the height of my book tour, and being lauded with the title of Supermom, all of that meant nothing because standing in that line, I was just another divorced, unemployed single mother on the brink of homelessness, trying to feed her kids. After having three back to back miscarriages, I finally welcomed twins Asher and Axa, but they were a pound and a half at birth because they were born 14 weeks early. So I want you to do me a favor. I want you to look down at your palm, look at your palm, and that's how that's how big they were. Their first diaper, put 2 fingers up. Their first diaper would fit on 2 fingers. And a social worker told my husband and I that the twins had an 8% chance of survival. Our marriage had a 70% chance of ending because of all the stress we were about to face. But we were determined to beat the odds. And so we dug in. And 4 surgeries, 3 months in ICU, 2 years in quarantine, and 1 year sleeping on the floor in between their cribs so that I could give them CPR if they started to choke on their own vomit in their sleep. We went through all of that, and the twins emerged healthy, and they were normal, and they had no lingering issues. After all of that, The twins were fine. My marriage was not. But like any mother in my shoes would have done, I had given up my career to focus on caring for the twins. So now, newly divorced, I faced all the usual single mommy challenges trying to re enter the work world. After a stack of rejection letters about this thick, I finally was offered a job as a receptionist. And the CEO who interviewed me, he made a comment. He said, "There is no way this woman with her two master's degrees is coming here to answer our phones. But when you're a mom, it's what you do." Plus, as women, we know that we just need to get a foot in the door. We just need to get a seat, even if it's at the foot of the table. We will take a single opportunity and we will take it from there all the way to the stars. So I walked in with my head up and I put my hands to the wheel. And every June since then, I was promoted until 4 years later, I had gone from the front desk to the big desk. I became the first woman of color and the youngest person to ever step into the shoes of president and CEO of the Greater Fayetteville Chamber. And I don't tell you this story to brag on myself or to boast. I tell you this story because in my work as a therapist, I have seen far too many professional women doubt themselves or beat themselves up or feel stuck because of a situation that they're in. And so I'm here to tell you this this situation that you're in, no matter what it is, it's just a step. This is not your stop. This story is for you if you're feeling demotivated, if you're feeling burnt out, if you are feeling unsure of what comes next. This is for you. In my master classes, where I work with other women and I teach them the tools that I used to get through that time. And yes, while I was going through all of it, I recorded everything and I kept everything because what's the point of being a counselor if you can't counsel your own dang self? So I recorded all of it and I've compiled it, all the heart questions that I wrestled with to get myself through it, all the journaling work that I did, the prayer meditations that I clung to. I put it all together and uploaded it to my website as resources that anyone can access. And so if you go to my website, you can find all of the resources there that can help you to get organized and to navigate your own way through whatever stress you're facing right now. But if you forget everything else that I've said, I want you to remember this. You are woman. You bend. You don't break. You will not be broken by anxiety. You will not be defeated by your fears. Your path is intentional. Your purpose is inevitable. This is just a step. This is not your stop.